everywhere.
No.
No?
Not as far as I can see.
Not live anywhere?
We're live on Twitch, but under the wrong name. And we have the right name on YouTube, but we're not live there. So it's like,
we are
now we're
live.
live on YouTube.
Yes,
I can see.
I think I fixed it. Hold on. I'm getting better at this. So now I'm. So I'm
Welcome YouTube.
Very sorry for this, but hey, at least I get how this works. Okay, I have this, and on Twitch I need to change the name. I just don't know how, but at least it works on. Does it work on YouTube?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you guys hear us? Are we live on YouTube? Can somebody confirm that we are live there? We're very sorry for being a little late. We were just live on Twitch and not there. But
somebody writes in the chat that you should type exclamation point title. Something about how to change the
name in Twitch.
Yeah, I think there are some advice in the Twitch chat, but
okay,
you know that better than me.
Yes, we are live. Yes, we are live on YouTube, so people are
and
just...
I can see some familiar names on the YouTube. That's nice.
So hello to everybody. Very sorry for this small delay here on YouTube. I'm just going to update our name on Twitch. And that would be... Hold on, sorry about that. And now I should be almost done. Yeah, update. Yes, there we are.
Good job, Raluca.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself right now.
You should be.
So now we can start our lesson. I hope you guys have had time to think about this position. Maybe more than needed. So yeah, no, I just needed to go for some settings, not inside Twitch, but yeah, on a different account. So here we are. I'm going to be checking YouTube and Twitch, and let's see, what do we play here with black? So Twitch is a little ahead. Okay, probably something with the connection here, but
I haven't seen any moves yet in the chat.
Everybody was trying to help me update the title. Thank you all. Thank you very much for all the help. Let me see if we are on Chess24 as well, so I can check that chat as well. What do we play here? Let's see. What do we play here with black?
It is a quite normal position, Elegantsilke's writing, so it's nothing mind-blowing. It's just a good move.
For everybody on YouTube who couldn't hear us before, Sophie has already seen this position as we tried to have this lesson on Friday, and we had some difficulties as well. So she already knows the answer. She solved it quite quickly, so I'm very proud of her understanding in the Benoni now.
Thank you. I'm off to a good start, but then maybe that leaves some room for errors later on. Let me see. Somebody is, Francesco is suggesting rook e8, which I think makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Knight d7. I think also a fine move. I'm just gonna see if the...
Okay, you have to think what white will play, right? After rook e8, what will white do in this position? what will white play. So 97, yeah, sure. Probably a move like bishop f4, and you don't have 95 there. And if rook e8, what do you think? Okay.
Oh, I think I see the good
expert,
move
the expert in the Benoni,
Twitch chat.
the expert in the Benoni is here, so you're going to get a lot of inspiration there.
Well, that's good. I'm going to keep an eye out for the Magna 22. Bishop g4.
Yeah, because if rook e8, they will play knight d2, right? And then or h3, okay, that can also be played. But then we will lose our opportunity to go bishop g4. Exactly, and then rook e8.
Yeah. Why want to put the knight on c4 and put pressure on the d6 pawn, right?
Correct. So this is a game of Tal as well that we are seeing here. We are going to have many games from Tal. Yeah, so here he played bishop g4 and takes on f3, and now knight d7 and knight d5 is coming with tempo. So
yeah,
much better way to do this. Okay, this was just warm up, and let's see more. I'm just going to go with the next one. Hope. Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. So here we have it. Do you see it, Sophie? Black to play in this position.
Yes, and I even see it from the right side, which is new.
Okay. Since that I've discovered the secrets to everything here, to Chess24 and Chess to Twitch and YouTube. It's been a great day.
Yeah.
Overall.
Oh, and this is also a Tal game.
Tal, yes. This is Tal, well, Keller Tal.
Okay. So in this position I have not seen before, no?
No, you have not
Unless
seen
you showed it in some previous
Unless you look through the analysis, but no, I haven't showed it to you.
No, I only looked at our previous lessons, not this one. Okay.
Sophie, what movie have you been in?
What?
What movie have you been in?
Is that a question from the chat, or is that a question
someone
from
saying
you?
that they've seen you, they feel like they've seen you in a movie.
So
no, what haven't you told me?
No. No, I have not been in any movie, but I get told that I look like a lot of people, so maybe that's
really?
it. Let me think.
Sorry for distracting you.
Distracting me. Okay, so my first thought is to play c4 and put my knight on c5 to add some pressure on the e4 pawn.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking if white has any option of, if I play c4, if white then has anything annoying, like could white go for e5 then? I don't think so, because I'm attacking it 4 times, so it doesn't look like that's going to be a problem. I think c4 makes a lot of sense to get that good square from the knight for the knight, or maybe unless we should put the knight directly on e5, then we're attacking the bishop kind of on f3. Maybe that's one of those. I need to figure out if my knight on d7 is going to e5 or c5. I think
these are the two candidates.
Yeah, I think I would go for the c4 move, but that's because I really like I know c4 would not be a goner right now. I wouldn't be sacrificing it, but I just really like.
So we're just happy to have it. Yes, play c4 and have the pawn. So c4 and 95 are the two questions here, and c4 was the move played in the game. I think also the best, though 95 also works. But the thing about 95 is that f4 might be coming later. It's not that it's bad as bishop e2, and now g5 was a suggestion there. Okay, g5 I think also works. No, g5 and knight g6. This also looks interesting.
Yeah, that looks like one of the games you showed me where the knights were just maneuvering around on the king side.
Yeah, maybe the last we saw.
Yeah.
So this can also be tried, and knight g6. But I'm surprised the Magna didn't give us c4, because I know he told us about c4.
Did the Magna suggest anything?
Yes, 95 and g5. This is his suggestion. Yeah, 91, 93 and 95 might be coming. later on. So, okay, let me just make some arrows here. 91, 93, and 95 might be happening. No, what I had analyzed here after bishop e2 was also c4. So like trying to get the knight to d3 maybe, but
I cannot see. Do you have arrows on the
no,
board?
I'm just going to refresh.
Yeah.
So after c4, bishop e3 for example, and there is f4 coming next, and it feels that the knight on e5 is perhaps not that greatly placed. We might have to come back at some point.
That's a good point about having the pawn on c4, that if white ever tries to play b4, you can just capture it.
Yeah, we will see something like that soon. Okay. Don't give up my exercises.
No.
So c4. Yeah, we are very equipped with knight c5 and knight d3. So bishop e2 happened. Now black played rook c8, preparing a5. And what do we do now?
We put the knight on c5.
So you're not worried about losing the pawn?
No, it's a goner.
That's great. First you give it up and then you think about a move, no?
Yeah.
So what do we play here?
I mean, we could probably capture on e4, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the tactics work here.
Yeah.
Because the bishop on c4 is hanging in the end.
Yeah.
Queen takes c4 with a very nice position for black.
Is it a nice position?
Well, here is about equal, but after queen f3, which is what white played here, black is actually better. After which move?
Okay. After bishop e5?
No, not bishop e5.
No.
We are hanging. Are you hanging h6 there? Okay, you want to take h6. You want to take b2, but b1 still, no?
Oh, should we take the pawn on b2?
I don't know. What do you think?
Yes. No, but I'm just a moment. Because if we take rook, maybe rook b1, queen c2, yeah, well.
What else is there besides rook b1?
Or maybe we should try to, because I'm a little worried about the pawn on d6, and then so maybe playing rook c5 and try to win the pawn on.
Right now,
rook
c5.
Yeah, okay. Maybe rook c5.
But you're also giving up d6, yeah?
Yes, but should we try to protect d6?
Yeah, we have a suggestion in the YouTube chat, which is queen b4.
I'm gonna go look at the YouTube chat. Queen b4.
Queen b4 is very strong.
Yeah.
I will tell you. I will explain in a second why. Because after bishop b2, to understand that, we first have to see what happens after bishop takes b2. Yeah. Here, rook e1 is the idea that white has, and the rook is coming to e7, and then white gets a lot of counterplay. For example, we could go queen b4 now, but then rook e7.
Yeah.
So by playing queen b4, yes, that's a good, great suggestion there. That rook c1 is also a threat here. So after bishop e5, rook c1 was actually... No, bishop e5, rook c1 is not possible. Let's show this because it's quite fun. Bishop e5. Can you see the move on the board, Sophie?
No, I can't.
Hold on. I'm just going to refresh here.
Yeah, bishop e5.
Bishop e5, and here rook c1 is not possible, is it? Why not? Rook c1 is not working yet. So bishop e5 was maybe a lucky...
we capture it.
Yeah, we just take on c1, yeah. We just take on c1 and then we are winning.
Yeah.
So No, but on bishop e5, even taking on e5, I think, and d6 might be annoying, no? I have this pawn now for counterplay. Not sure what's happening here. So we saw what happens after bishop b2, and we saw that rook e1 was one of white's threats as well. So now queen b4 makes maybe more sense, because we do so many things after queen b4. We are defending d6, we are attacking b2, putting more pressure here, getting out of rook c1, but also defending the square e1. So here white doesn't have any ideas of counterplay after rook e1 and rook e7 like we saw before.
Yeah.
So after queen b4, black got a great advantage, and he, of course, won the game. It's tal.
It's tal. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah. So let's move on to the next one. This was...
And just a quick answers. Elegantil asked what my strength is, and it is... my FIDE is 1800, but I actually just passed 2000 and Blitz.
Oh, really? And you didn't mention that.
No, but I just because I did it right after we talked last time, but so that's pretty cool.
So you're just holding on without, you're afraid to lose it.
No, actually, because once I broke the barrier, I got above 2000, and then I got below it, and then I got above it, and then so now I've been above 2000 like 4 times during the last week. So that's good. Now it's no longer like a magical. Yeah, it's no longer something, not attainable.
Great.
Yeah.
So we are going for the 2100 now.
Yes, that would be very cool.
Okay, so what do we do here with black? Of course, we are seeing the Benoni, so black will play in all exercises.
Yeah. It's a bit unusual, I think, when white doesn't play e4.
Yeah, he hasn't played it yet, but it's coming.
Okay.
And do we have the same earphones? Not sure. Looks like I hadn't noticed, but now that you mentioned, maybe.
I think yours are pink and mine are
pink.
red.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm just looking for suggestions already, but that's because I thought it was so hard. I think this is a difficult position. I kind of want to move my knight.
We haven't gotten to the difficult position, Sophie.
Okay, I'm just gonna not look at the chat then. I'm kind of want to move my knight on d7 so I can open up for the bishop, but I'm not sure if I should put it on e5 or it looks okay to put it on e5. Probably white will play f4 then. So then I kind of need to figure out if that would be annoying, because then I would have to go back to d7. So
True.
If f4 is a good move for white, I don't want to put my knight on e5. Otherwise, I should sacrifice the c-pawn, play c4, but I guess it makes more sense if there's something to attack on e4.
Yeah, and if you have the square d3, to use later on, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to answer someone who's wondering if you're German. You're not German, but you are Danish. You're no longer Dutch.
Yes, thank you. Finally figured out. Yeah, I do have a German name, but I'm not German. It was, it's just an old, But it's true that it's a German name.
What else? What other
ideas? Okay, so this is tal. This is also tal.
Yes, this is also tal, yeah.
So maybe it's some crazy sacrifice, but I don't see anything.
I don't think so. Let's look at the normal moves first.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so knight, maybe we should play, maybe putting the knight on f8 instead, which looks a little bit weird, but then going for something like g5 and putting the knight on g6, and then we're preventing white from playing f4. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but there was one of the game where we did.
But I think in that game, that wasn't against the fianchetto, was it?
No, it probably wasn't.
Because with g5 you you can play that, but here I'm not sure you are, you know, making it in time. g5. Do I have knight c4 after g5?
Yeah, maybe.
d6 is hanging and g5
Oh,
is
that
hanging.
I remember. Whenever we need to be ready to meet. Whenever white plays knight to c4, we need to be able to play knight e5 or knight b6. But we could play that now. We could play knight e5 if white
that's
plays.
true. Okay, what other typical ideas have we seen? We have seen g5, but you're not ready.
Playing b6 and then doing like a small rook lift, so we can put double the rooks at some point.
Yeah, but the move that you want to,
yeah,
that's what I was going to say, that the move that you want to play is b5 normally.
Yeah, and then if he takes on b6, I could capture back with maybe the queen or the
maybe the queen or the rook. Okay, one thing that b5 is the move here, but the question is, what does white usually want to do after they take on b6? What's the maneuver? So let's just play out b5 here. Pawn takes b6. And what do they usually do? Because after you play b5, you also create some weaknesses in your position. So you do open the b file. You want to put pressure on b2, but first of all, make sure that you are not getting crushed there, like getting white's pieces all over your position. And you have weakened
knight c4 is
coming. Right. Knight c4 is coming. This is the main idea. Knight a5 and knight c6, something that you really need to be careful.
Okay, so we take with the knight on b6.
So we take with the knight on b6, but I still have a question. White can play knight b3, right? What happens if knight b3 and knight a5? Are we afraid of that, or aren't we afraid of that?
No.
We are not. Why not?
No, we're not. Knight b3. I think we could maybe play bishop b7. So we're threatening to take on d5 and also protect c6.
But I think still knight b3.
Oh yeah, then the queen is also, of course, protecting. I'm just gonna briefly look if.
I mean, I'm going to play knight a5 after bishop b7 because knight b3 was already on the board.
You're gonna play what?
On bishop b7, I was going to play knight a5 because knight b3 was already there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, somebody in the chat knows my father. That's funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So why should you play Benoni if it's too tough to play for black? It's not that easy to play for white either.
No, I like the Benoni a lot.
It has some fun ideas. No?
It's difficult, but that doesn't mean it's bad, I think.
So I see that in the Twitch channel there's also a debate about Benoni being a bad opening. It has this, it's supposed to be bad. Everybody says it's bad, but then if it's bad, it doesn't mean that, I mean, if it's bad, white should be winning all the time, and that's not happening. It's supposed to be bad because of the structure of the, it's a defective opening, but it's not easy for white to play and win against this as well. There are some interesting ideas, and we have seen that black can get a lot of counterplay.
Okay, a lot of people are suggesting knight c4.
Yeah, how about knight c4?
That looks interesting. That's something we usually see white playing. Knight c4, it does prevent
knight a5. Yeah.
Knight a5.
So that's the point, that knight b3 is met with knight c4. So there's no knight a5 coming now, and we are fine in this position. We can go ahead, develop the bishop, double on the b file. Rook b4 is probably coming. Can you capture the pawn on d5? Can you? I don't think so, because I have too many.
We do get two pawns for it, because we can take on h3, but it's not enough.
I don't think that's worth it, no. So knight b3, we have it covered. He played queen c2 in the game, and now comes the next question. What do we play now with black? No, I think the Benoni has always been interesting. We are looking at games of Tal. He didn't have computers back then.
Can you go back to moves?
I'm sorry, yeah?
Okay, so that was, so white takes en passant.
Yes.
And we take back with the knight, and then white plays queen c2.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so taking on d5 and pinning the knight, I can also take with the bishop, so I'm not sure about pinning the queen on d5. Okay, we'll go back to that and see it on the board. The knight d5 idea, but let's just find...
Then I get some more thinking time.
Okay, so you want to do it now? Okay. Let's go here, and I think the question was what happens after knight b6, knight b3, and here someone was asking what happens if knight takes d5. But here I don't have to take back with the queen. So knight takes, do you see it on the board, Sophie? Because I might need to refresh this. Probably not. Now?
No, I see it. A lot of captures on d5.
So knight takes d5. Here I don't have to take back with the queen. That's what I was saying, and I can take back with the bishop. And there's no bishop e6 anymore.
No.
You can take on h3. This is what Sophie was saying, but I'm not sure this is enough. Yeah. I can even keep my rook on f1 and take on a6, for example. That should be enough material. So let us just go back to this position and try to find a good move for black here. Well, more like a plan.
A plan, okay.
Because you actually have two moves that work, but they both have the same idea, so I will accept both of them.
Okay. I keep want to attack the pawn on d5, but it seems like white is ready to play e4 whenever I do that.
But why did you play b5, Sophie? What was the point of b5?
Of course, to do the rook lift. So we could do that now, maybe.
You play b5 to weaken open the file and weaken the b2 pawn.
Okay. I also thought it was a little bit so I could double the rooks. But okay, so we're going to use the open b file. The
YouTube chat has it.
The YouTube chat.
Okay, the magnet. You have someone on YouTube saying that he crashes Benoni players every time.
Who, the magnet?
Someone on the YouTube, Gaming with Rishi, says that he crashes the Benoni players every time. So, let's see. Maybe you can... you'll play against a game against the magnet, see how that goes.
Bishop b7 is being suggested.
But bishop b7 if we want to use the b file.
Yeah, and I think they just play e5, e4, and okay, I'm gonna look in the Twitch chat.
Actually, the YouTube chat has it, and it's a5.
They were the ones suggesting, okay, a5.
a5, this is a very strong move.
Okay.
Now we are seeing some positional play as well, Sophie. I know you like this very much. And a5, what's the point of a5? We have two ideas with a5. We want to fix the pawn on b2. So one of our next moves might be bishop d7. This is how I want to continue. Bishop d7 and a4. And that's why I said I will accept bishop d7 as well. Although,
okay.
But the idea is to go ahead with a5 and a4. And the other point of a5 is that I might want to play bishop a6 at some point. And I also have that. So a5 feels more flexible for now. And I keep my bishop on c8. But for example...
and so we shouldn't worry about knight b5 because we can just kick it away?
I think knight b5 loses the pawn on d5 already.
Yeah. Okay, we can just take that.
We can take on d5,
yeah.
No? But if something like... okay, here white could go rook d1, let's say. Some natural move. Here, I just go a4, no? And then the pawn can never be taken because d5 is hanging. So here, for example, knight a4, I will just take on d5. And earlier, this is something I didn't show, if rook a5 here, we can still take, rook a5 here, we can still take on d5 because the rook will be hanging on a5. So we are not losing anything here. And there are some nice tricks here. For example, if white goes e4, now I might put my bishop on a6. Now it makes sense to play bishop a6 because it's coming with tempo. And what happens if rook e1? What do you guys play here? What do you play here, Sophie?
Sounds like it's something tactical with tactics. Let's see. Oh, we capture on d5.
We capture on d5, yes.
Yeah.
We capture on d5. Correct. And the rook on e1 is hanging. Perfect. So here after bishop a6, rook d1 has to be played. And now we can go ahead and play knight c4, for example. This is coming along really nicely, no?
Yeah, looks like it.
There was a question there on YouTube. How does a5 address the problem of the weak pawn on b2? Well, remember one of the basic rules about weaknesses. We want to first fix them and then attack them. So by playing a5, I really want to fix this pawn with a4. First, and put my bishop on d7, and then I will double on the b file. I'm also taking a grip of the pawn of the square b3. I'm not allowing knight b3. I really like how this is going for black here. For example, we have seen here, no? On rook d1, a4. We are fixing the pawn and we are ready to attack it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we are ready to go to the next position unless there are any more questions here. I don't think there was any more question. So let's just go to this position. For everybody saying that Nakamura does not play the Benoni, here you have it. Nakamura playing the Benoni with the black pieces.
Oh, this is one of his games. Well,
today we are not learning a famous game. Today we are testing your knowledge in the Benoni because we have already seen so many games with Sophie. And today I'm just testing her, see how she's doing in the Benoni. So we have a few positions today that we are going to discuss.
Okay. I think this looks a little bit funny, played by white, to put the bishop on f1. I guess it's to prevent b5, but...
Yeah, and I think we've seen this
or c4 maybe.
Have we seen this in Rothstein's game, maybe? We have seen this idea
of
bishop f1 in a game.
Just looks a little bit stupid. Well,
it might be a bit annoying when it happens against you and you cannot play d5.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, my first idea is to play f5, but maybe we should prepare it. Maybe it's not the move, but I think f5 is an option at some point. Mm-hmm. But f5, then if he takes, I'm not a fan of taking back with. I would prefer to take back with the bishop. Okay.
Okay, what else is there? What does white want to play here, Sophie?
F4. Oh, so we're gonna play G5.
Oh, and this we have seen in our last game.
Yeah, we've
haven't
seen
we?
this motive a few times.
So here, G5.
Yes.
Great. G5, and what's the point, Sophie? How do we continue with F4? This is very similar, actually, to the lines we were seeing in the other game, Tal's game. We saw this in the game that Tal lost, right?
Yeah.
And we saw this was the way to go to get some counterplay.
Yeah. I guess we take it.
Yeah.
And then what do we play now? We should probably move the knight, unless we have
Probably,
something
yeah.
very
That's a good assumption.
well, there's not a lot of. I'm just going to put it at G6 because that's
And knight
the
G6.
most obvious move. Yeah.
And what are the ideas here? What do we want to do next? Doesn't this make my king weak? Yes and no, because it also makes white's king weak. And if we don't play G5, we are going to get F4. I mean, white is going to play F4 and we will have a very uncomfortable position. Like, first of all, we'll have to find a square for the knight in that position. And here Sophie will tell us what our idea is, so we'll see why.
We want to put the bishop on D4, I guess, giving a check, but that's not a plan, but it's a good square for the bishop. Also, of course, we're threatening to take an F4, so I guess white would play something like moving the knight, and yeah, for example, knight F3. That's also protecting D4. Then we could maybe even play. Maybe we could play C4 and knight C5, but I'm not sure if it's the wrong side of the board to play on right now.
Yeah, because you've already opened the king side, no?
Yeah. Then it's. We could maybe exchange. Try to go something knight H4 to exchange the knights.
Maybe. And started the attack, no?
Yeah. I also keep looking at F5, but it's...
No, but the point is that now you've opened the G file, and remember that we can use it to attack. So ideas here, even if you're not playing it right away.
Yeah. So moving everything out of the G file and then putting the rook there.
Of course, King H8 and Rook G8, and that's why this king is not weak, because now we're getting to attack. So we're getting counterplay here, and if you have seen the game we saw 2 weeks ago that Tal lost with the black pieces, you saw that in that position he fell into a very passive position and he didn't have any ruptures left, so he eventually lost. So going back to this position, you could go, for example, bishop h6, because f4 is the weakness, and we want to force them to play f5 and then have a knight on e5.
Yeah, that looks good.
Takes and knight e5, and then king h8, rook g8. I don't see how white will be the one attacking us.
No.
Queen f6. No? Okay, any questions here, or should we move on to the next position? No questions for now? Okay.
Did Nakamura end up winning this game?
Yes, he did. Oh, it was a very nice game, so hold on. Thank you for the question. Because now after g5, he actually played, white played here h3. And now queen f6 came. And after queen h5, bishop h6, knight d1. He's coming to e3 and f5. But what do we play here?
Oh, Um, D5 and F5. Thank you. There. Do we play G4?
Yes, we do play
We play
G4.
G4 and we capture the knight on D2 and we play knight F3.
That's the threat, yes. And if he
Yeah.
plays knight D3, which was the point of knight D1, going to F5. What do we do in this case? Someone says that bishop h6 looks odd. Well, now it won't look so odd anymore. Bishop h6 has plenty of ideas. We've seen the idea of bishop takes d2 that Sophie pointed out. And here after knight e3.
Can we... Do we take it?
Yes, we give up our precious bishop. Yeah. We cannot allow the knight to go to f5.
No, I don't think
that
so.
would be a disaster.
Yeah.
Takes on e3, takes, and now he played queen g7. And this was a very nice game from Nakamura. I suggest you go and see it. This was against Kaiden Troff, I think, in the St. Louis. Hold on. I think this was in the US Championship. Yeah, in 2015. So it was a very, very nice win from Black. But now we are going to move on to our next position.
Yes.
So let's see what we have next. Another game of Tal. And what do we play with Black here?
Ooh, I see it's something tactical, I think. I just look at taking on d5 because there are also some back rank issues a little bit.
But there's a bishop on e2, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about taking it. It's not, but I'm just gonna, because, okay, so I'm just gonna draw some arrows. I haven't done that in a while. So I was thinking about taking this pawn, and then when he takes back, I was thinking a little bit about taking down here. Or maybe playing the bishop check first.
Yeah.
See if we can get him in the corner, and then no, it's not. I don't think it's working. He can just put his queen back or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably too optimistic.
Yeah, I think so. But something is a little bit odd still about
White's position, no?
yeah, the pieces are not very well coordinated, I think. And I kind of want to put my bishop on d4, so if I can do that without sacrificing my knight, I could just move the knight somewhere else.
Where?
I'm threatening to put, like here, for example.
And what's the threat? Bishop d4 and after king h1.
Oh, wait. No. Yeah, it's something about, there's something about this, it's like a checkmate pattern, right? Where you can, because the king can't go back to g1, so if we can give it, like sacrifice the knight here, after he moves the king here, and he takes, then if we could put our queen directly to h5, I know that's not how the queen moves, but if it was, or also our I'm going a little bit crazy right now.
No, you have the idea, but
I'm
probably
just
you'll
gonna
see that
make
knight
it work.
g3. Knight g3 doesn't work right away, so you'll probably start with queen h4.
Yeah, okay.
That's safe.
Okay. So we're gonna move the
Knight h.
move the knight h5.
Sophie, you are on fire.
I'm on fire.
Did you
Was
get
that
all
yours
of
or
them right?
Bruno?
Yes, I'm just telling you, you're
No,
on
I did
fire.
not get everything
Oh,
right at
b5.
all.
b5 is the only one you missed, right?
Yeah, that game was.
But you have 4 out of 5 for now.
Thank you. I think that's good. The first one didn't really count, but still.
Yeah, well, you solved it last week, but.
Yeah. Okay.
Very nice, because white pieces are uncoordinated, and now I want to play bishop d4. We have seen ideas like this: bishop d4, queen h4, attacking on the king side. So if knight f1,
and then giving the check, that makes sense.
And if knight f1, what's the idea?
So now you can play bishop e3 if we.
Yeah.
Can we just put the queen on h4 first? We're threatening the rook then. But maybe he can just protect it. Then
What else do you have there after knight h5?
I mean, we could also go for something where we put the bishop on e5 instead and put pressure on h2.
Okay,
Or,
I think that's also possible.
I mean, I think I still want to put my queen on h4, but maybe white will just kick her away.
Okay, the private EU has it.
Okay, I'm just going to find the private EU.
And bishop at e5 can also be
played.
played,
F5 is being suggested.
And Tony also has it on YouTube. So f5, yeah? You were mentioning this idea before, but I think you forgot about it now. You were focused on h2, on the dark squares.
Yeah, it was.
So f5.
Otherwise, I really like playing f5 whenever I can get away with it.
And here it works perfectly because you wanted to take back with the bishop, so there you have it. And what's the idea that you wanted to play queen h4 and you are annoyed by white's g3, no? But now you'll see that he wants to play f4 and then queen h4 is coming and g5, g4 is all coming there on the king side.
That's nice.
So he went bishop d3 and here look what happened. f4. Very nice position for black. I'm going to play bishop d4 now. You wanted to do this, so...
And now e3 is... Should I play the move?
I've played f4. I don't know if you see it. Can you see f4?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I see f4. I can't make 2 moves in a row.
Yeah, unfortunately. Maybe at some point. Yeah, and this went really well for black because white went g4 and then the bishop's going here and the queen is going to h4. And Tal won this game, of course.
Yeah,
he's
it's pretty convincing. Yeah.
So let's see the next one.
Yes.
We have, well, this is a training position.
And my rating is about 1900-ish.
Okay. Well, goodbye to the magnet. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, the magnet 22.
So what do we
good move suggestions. Okay, let's take a look.
What do we do with black?
There's something again about white's pieces that are looking a little bit
awkward, yeah?
Awkward, yeah. Like our bishop and g7 has some potential targets.
Yes, Magnet, and as in Mr. Lefong. He was on the Twitch, in the Twitch chat, and he was helping us with moves here.
I'm looking at this move. Also looking at g5. Even looking a little bit at this move, but it's not working. But it
Which
just
move?
knight f3.
Ah, okay.
But I don't see that it's working yet. But just to open up for the bishop. But it's still just, it's not there. So, but I thought maybe if I could play queen a5, then knight f3 would be a threat.
So
but also then
yeah,
hanging on d6.
And what other moves, Sophie? You were missing a candidate move, an important one.
Is it c4?
C4 is a candidate move, of course.
Okay. c4 is always a candidate move in the Benoni.
Yes, and both chats have it, actually. You just have to decide on your move, Sophie. It's one of those. Just decide on
then I'm going to go for c4.
You're going to go to c4, yes. For c4,
Yeah,
sorry. Well, because the c file has some problems now, no? You have all your pieces there, and you've noticed some problems with the knight on c3. That's a bit loose here. So c4 makes a lot of sense in this case. g5 can also be played, actually. But this is not so great as c4 right away, because here bishop d2 can be played, and white's consolidating a bit on c3. No? And if we play c4, there are no threats now.
Yeah.
We don't.
No, that's true.
This is not coming with as much strength as before. But if we play c4 right away, then we want to take on b3. Yeah, and the knight on c3 is hanging. And what happens if white goes b4? This is something you have to know. Of course, someone's asking what happens if b4. So let's find out what happens if b4.
Then I guess we play a5.
What else do you have, Sophie? What else? We are reading the chat. We are reading both chats.
3 looks good.
Yes, 93 looks good. And the YouTube chat has it also. 93 looks really good. And this is something that and Twitch, everybody's got it. Great. 93 looks really strong. Something you should keep in mind, this 93 blow. And here, we are actually winning material here, no?
Yeah, looks like it.
After 93. Great. So let's move on. This was not a game. This was just a position that I basically made up to show you this idea. So let's see.
It's that you're being creative with the games.
What do we play here with black?
Tal. This is Tal.
This is Tal, yes, sorry. Against Furman. I see there's a huge competition going on between the Chess24 Twitch and YouTube chat.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. YouTube chat always beats Twitch. Well, we can't play c4 in this position.
No,
so
that's out of our hair.
Yeah. So something else. b5 is maybe something we should look at.
b5 is always our idea, no? But we have to, kind of see how we put it in practice.
If we play b5, Okay, I'm just gonna make some arrows.
Please do. I see you're getting much better with the arrows. I know it's not
Thank
that
you. It's
easy.
actually not very difficult. You just have to click once.
Sometimes it doesn't work when you click once.
Oh, that's true. Then I'm not sure if I should take back with the knight or the bishop. Maybe it's going to be the same. Maybe if I take with the knight, he's going to take with his knight. I'm going to take with bishop, maybe. It's a lot of exchanges. I just need to find out if it's actually any good. There is still this pin towards white's queen, but I'm not really sure if b5 takes take. I kind of want to cheat.
But nobody has it. Everybody wants
Nobody
to play
has
b5.
it. Okay, so I can't cheat yet. So
b5 was the move played in the game, and there is a.
Yeah, but I feel like b5 is what we're looking at. But I just.
It's not that b5 is bad, but we have a better way to do things here.
A better way than playing b5?
Yeah.
Okay. Then maybe we take this knight.
And then?
First. And I assume he will take back. And
no, I mean, what are you going to do afterwards?
Yeah.
Yes, I think
that's what I'm just trying to win time by saying.
Twitch channel has it. Huh?
No. Then playing b5 so that it's attacking the queen. And that's Twitch. Can I go take a look at Twitch?
Please do.
Please do. And YouTube needs to up their game.
This time, yeah, Twitch was first.
A6, b5.
Yep.
Oh, queen
so you take back
A6,
with the pawn.
b5. Okay.
That's b5 was played. I'm going to show that in a second. But bishop takes, queen takes, and a6 looks really strong. I'm going to play b5 next, and my pawns are rolling. I want to play either b4 or c4 next.
Yeah.
And get some more space. b5, the thing about b5 is that takes, you are right up until here, and maybe that's what the players also looked at. And if knight b5, bishop takes, I think this is also fine for black.
Yeah.
But instead of knight takes, here white could play rook a1, for example. And we are not making it to d4, which is what we want most of the times.
Yeah.
Probably knight c7. Okay, it's a complicated position still, but rook a4, rook a3, maybe for white, get the bishop out, get the other rook on the a1.
Yeah.
Doesn't look so easy. But having a pawn on b5 and one on c5 looks really great, because here white cannot stop. They can move the queen, and b5 is still coming.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I like the look of the 2 pawns.
Yeah, I know. Let's see more. I think we have time for one more.
Yeah.
Because we started kind of late. I hope this is all fine. And I don't think we have time to get to the tactics, but here we have one very interesting position. How do we play this with black? Also Tal, by the way.
A lot of Tal games today.
Yes.
You were feeling bad after sharing his loss, maybe?
Kind of, yes. So I wanted to show all the great ideas he's playing the Benoni.
Okay, I kind of wanna have a rook on c2, but maybe knight e4 looks natural. Maybe even something like knight e4 is an option. Oh, just gonna make
What other options do you have?
This is also maybe an option, just to see if we can kick it away to some place that's not as active. At some point, maybe playing f4, maybe even playing g5 and f4. See if we can get some sort of attack going. Also, if the knight was on e5, I could put my queen here and attack this f2 pawn. Really, I would also just like to play the rook directly, the pawn directly to f3, and then sacrifice the rook if he takes with the bishop.
Wouldn't that be great?
Or the knight, or one of those. So just gonna. I think a6 is a little too slow. And also, the knight is probably just gonna jump to d4, and that's a good square.
Yeah, and you're kind of weakening also a bit if you play a6.
Yeah. If I played f4, he would probably just take it. But then his bishop is a little bit hanging on e2. So maybe I could use that. Or maybe I should just play knight e4 first and try to get the bishop on d2 and then play f4. Or maybe I should just play g5 and then f4. I think that's what I'm...
So which one are you going for?
I'm going for g5 and f4. I think that's the most ambitious.
Yes, g5 is the move. Well done, Sophie. You're on a roll.
I'm on a roll today.
Both chats were suggesting g5, so...
Yeah, I see that. Aaron suggested it.
But actually, g5, I might want to play g4. I'm not sure about f4.
You might want to play f4 now?
No, I might want to play g4.
G4 instead of f4, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's better.
For example, if a5, I'm going to play g4 and open the king side.
Yeah.
This was not played in the game. Knight e4 was played in the game, and game continued. Rook c1. Okay. I think bishop b4 was very strong here for white. Well, was not played. Bishop b4 or bishop e1, just to keep the bishop, was also strong. And the game was eventually drawn. Let me see if I can treat it to one more. I really wanted to show you. Well, I had a few very nice ones that I really liked, but there was one that I was looking forward to. And
we have another just question about this position.
Oops, sorry.
Maybe it was deleted. But if it's actually the same question the last time we played d5. It looks like people are a little bit afraid of weakening their kings.
Yeah. Well, in the Benoni you need to play actively, and ideas like g5 and f5 are seen many times. And let me just go back to that position, because there white's pieces were all on the queen side, so there was nothing to worry about. Let me just see. This was it. Was this one? Yeah. So here after g5, white has no pieces here to attack us. They are all on the queen side, and nothing bad will happen to our king. And we are actually first to attack. g4, queen h4, and I think white should be really worried about this.
Yeah.
And then knight e4 is coming. When I have my queen on h4, that's going to be even stronger. I'm just going to draw some arrows here, something like this, no? That can be really dangerous. So no, in this case we are not weakening the king, because we have plenty of pieces there to be the first to attack.
Yeah.
So let me just go and find this position again. It was Fischer. Where are you?
That's good. I don't think we've seen any Fischer games.
Yeah, that might be true. Yeah, I think we haven't. Okay, question here. No, it was not this one. I'm mixing them up. Hold on. It's very similar, so I'm just looking for a pawn on e4. Okay, I'm just going to leave this one until I find the other one. Okay, what do you guys play here? first move is not anything special. I think it's quite easy to find.
I think I would take the knight on f3 maybe.
That's one idea.
Either that or maybe knight h5, because white hasn't played h3, so he will have to either give up the bishop or go back, and then he's not attacking d6. I think that's...
So here you can take on f3, I agree.
Yeah.
Knight h5, bishop g5, no? Still need to see that.
Knight h5, and then what?
Bishop g5 can be played there, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, then there's this suggestion of rook e8, which is also possible. So I think here you have two very good moves, rook e8 and bishop f3. And Fischer went for rook e8. Makes a lot of sense to attack the pawn on e4. And here knight d2 is the normal, like the usual reply to this. I put my knight on d2 and defend e4. But here white played h3. Also kind of makes sense to... Kind of makes sense to force you to do something about the bishop, so you take on f3. Does everybody agree on bishop takes f3?
Yes.
I know that bishop takes f3 looks like the normal continuation here, but now I'm starting to trick you, so pay attention to these moves. Pay attention to all your options here.
Oh, we can take here instead.
Oh, there is tactical, Sophie. There are the tactics.
And then if he takes back, we'll take with the rook, and then he doesn't have time to. Oh, he could capture our bishop, but then we're going to capture his bishop as well.
Yeah.
And
then taking on g4 is the
g4 immediately we take. Well, then what do we do? Then maybe we take here. I was thinking that the bishop on e2 would be hanging, but it's not. So
it's not.
Okay, so we isn't the queen protecting it? Okay. My idea was to take here, and then
the Twitch chat has found it after pawn takes g4.
I'm gonna look at the Twitch chat then.
You guys have it right.
Bishop takes. I would take with the bishop, and then we take back with the knight, and then we threaten both the
and then the bishop is hanging, yeah? On e2. Yeah, that's why I was asking why not, why isn't the bishop hanging? But so, which one do we start with? Knight takes e4, and knight takes e4 was the game. So let's see this 1 second. But let's see first pawn takes g4. Bishop takes c3, and here, if b takes, we take with the knight, and then these pieces are hanging. Hold on, let me find the arrows. There. We're going to take our bishop back.
Yeah.
With a huge advantage. So now going back to this position, let's see queen b3. This was a game that had been played like this. And here bishop b4 is simply very strong. I keep my advantage. No?
Yeah.
Pawn up, great position. Okay, and if knight takes e4, let's see this one. Then rook takes, and the bishop on f4 is hanging. He still has this move, bishop g5. Where do we go?
E1, E8, I guess.
We have to go on e8 to keep an attack on the bishop. He can play bishop d3. What do we do now?
Now we could take the knight first, maybe, and then putting the rook on e5.
He put it on b4.
Yeah, okay, that's probably
to
better.
Attack b2. And he, of course, won this game.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's see one more. I know which game I wanted to show you, and that will be the last one. I have plenty here, but
Okay.
we are running out of time. So we have this position. I will give you a few moments to think about black's move here, and in the meantime, I'm going to answer some questions here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I saw that there was one for you.
You have time to think about this.
So this is just black to play.
Black to play, yeah.
Yes, of course.
So Chess was asking me if I do lessons on Skype. I do lessons on CoChess.com. So you can go check that out. You'll find my profile there. You can send me a message. You can simply book a lesson. You have my availability calendar there. And there was a question that I haven't answered a while ago, if I trained in Yash. No, I haven't trained in Yash. I have never played for their club. Does that work? Everybody's going for 94 and F5.
Yeah.
Not so easy as it looks. This is a Tal game, by the way, as well.
Okay. Take F5. Taking there. Rook takes. It's a lot of errors. Oh. And then he will take here and we'll take here. And it doesn't look like, looks like we're losing an exchange on that.
Yes.
Okay.
So here knight takes c4 was the trick. And you shouldn't fall for it. You should calculate all the way until the end, because here f5, bishop d6, queen b6, and here white has a great move. Probably not the only one, but I really like this one.
Sort of an arrogant move.
Yeah, kind of. I dare you to take on e7, so I played d6.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And there's a bishop.
That's a check.
There's a discovered check there. Yeah. So we should go for the more modest 95 instead.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And with this, we are going to finish for today. Thank you, Sophie, for having this great lesson, for getting such great ideas in the Benoni. And thank you everybody for watching us and for suggesting moves here, helping Sophie out. I think you are doing great, Sophie, in the Benoni. I can't wait to see some games of yours.
Thank you. I just never get to. It's like ever since I learned the Benoni, I think everybody plays e4 online. So I hope that more people will start playing d4.
Maybe someone in the chat can help you out and play some games in the Benoni. Someone was saying that they would like to play against the Benoni, so there you have.
Oh,
go ahead and challenge Sophie and play the Benoni with her. Okay, well, thank you guys very much. See you tonight, the Spanish speakers at 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah, it's going in online. Yeah. And Denmark is Denmark too cold? I'm actually in Norway now. It's not cold right now. It's going to be very cold in the winter.
Yeah, I bet. Romania is also super cold in the winter.
Yeah. And I see that some people are asking about challenge. I think I will prepare that for next time. Maybe then I can see if we can, because I don't think I'm going to play classical games. It's going to be too long, but let's talk about that next time. Yeah.
And well, a quick reminder to go and check out CoChess.com and all the great coaches.
Yeah. Really can recommend that.
Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you, Sophie, and see you, the Spanish speakers, tonight, and see you again, Sophie, next week.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.